River Towns is an intriguing blend of city building and puzzle mechanics, incorporating Tetris like block placement in the form of buildings. Each structure must be arranged with matching colors to maximize your combined score, unlocking new locations as you make progress. Offering a leaderboard, your success isn't just about solving puzzles, it's about proving how efficiently you can build and optimize your town for all to see. I thoroughly enjoyed the demo back in 2024 before the game's release, so it's a bit disappointing that progress didn't carry over to the full version where I now have to repeat the same stages that I did before. It makes sense from a leaderboard and fairness perspective, since each stage follows the same linear structure with randomization and a predefined best possible score. The progression is more reliant on luck more so than strategy. With no way to see upcoming pieces, you're forced into suboptimal placements, making long-term planning frustrating rather than rewarding. Even if you play as optimally as you can, actually claiming the top spot on the leaderboard is going to be almost impossible without a lucky first placement and a perfect piece rotation. Since the exact same pieces appear in every retry but in a different order, success hinges more on the RNG than of skill. In a competitive game like Tetris, where skill and quick decision making determine success, leaderboards make sense. But with a town builder with a predefined perfect layout that's randomized and also doesn't have a time limit, I'd say that's hardly compelling. The odds of achieving that ideal layout are incredibly low, and even if somebody does, there is a good chance that nobody else would care. A leaderboard should reflect meaningful competition, not just luck. That said, ignoring the leaderboard, it's still a decent puzzle game. There isn't a whole lot to say about the presentation beyond the fact that it's bright, inviting, and visually appealing. The ability to zoom in and take in your growing city adds a nice touch, letting you appreciate the details of your creations as they unfold before you. The soundtrack, while carrying a somewhat medieval tone, surprisingly complements the game's aesthetic, creating a unique blend that feels calming and refreshing as you think it through. River Towns is a logic-based puzzle game that requires careful decision-making while working out the randomness of the unknown. The predetermined piece placement and the ever-present leaderboard create a sense that true competition is out of reach unless you get the perfect rotation of pieces and memorize the optimal layouts for every stage. You would do this by looking at the board, checking all the pieces that you currently have, and then visualizing the best possible outcome if you actually get it in that order. This means playing each level multiple times just to get lucky enough to get that run, something that feels more like trial and error than genuine problem solving, which isn't all that fun because if somebody already has the highest score, it's really not feasible. Every stage begins with the placement of a water wheel to generate the rivers that spread outwards, restricting access to the adjacent islands until they are all connected. These rivers serve as the foundation, linking all of your districts to enable the placement of structures initially as you spread outwards. Failing to fill in or link every section properly can result in a lost opportunity, though this doesn't happen often enough to be a major issue once you understand the game. Surrounding dead trees and other elements will grant extra bonus points, and so will collecting resources to repair things like lighthouses and buildings. There are a lot of mechanics during the later stages of the game, but I can't say that I was ever too thrilled to replay them. Your main objective here is to maximize your score by strategically placing down district buildings and connecting matching colors. For example, placing down a piece between multiple buildings of the same color will significantly boost your score, helping you to improve your leaderboard ranking. Progression is tied to gathering a required number of free folk, meaning careful optimization is necessary to unlock the highest score while you are completely filling out the board. The concept of Rivertown is great, offering a unique blend of city building and puzzle mechanics. However, over time, it does become clear how directionless the experience can feel when the game is largely dictated by luck rather than planned out strategy and the ever-looming thought of the leaderboard. The game doesn't truly reward smart thinking, as success often comes down to replaying levels in hopes of better piece rotations rather than genuine problem solving, even with the ability to delete and save pieces for later choice. River Towns does stand out as a simple, relaxing, and enjoyable puzzle game, one that doesn't pressure players into chasing an ultimately arbitrary goal.